Stephen McBee Jr. reveals unseen fight details. The McBee dynasty. Real American Cowboys brothers Stephen McBee Jr. and Jesse McBee had very different predictions on how Calah Jackson joining their family getaway to the Ozarks might play out. While Stephen Jr. was feeling pretty confident about inviting his ex-girlfriend amid her tension with various family members, Jesse revealed in the above Bravo HQ interview, "As soon as I heard that Calah was gonna be there, I knew that there was no chance we were getting through that weekend without drama, not with the dynamic that we have." Jesse was right. Following what Stephen described as a poolside day drinking session during Season 2, Episode 5, Calah got into an explosive confrontation with their brother, Cole McBee, that resulted in her tearfully leaving the trip early. Cole and Calah really butt heads, and the minute they started getting into an argument, I was just like, "Oh, please just stop. Like, one of you walk away," Stephen added as part of the exclusive interview. But there is no walking away with either of those two. Like, they're gonna stay there and, yeah, it's gonna go nuclear in a minute. And that's what it did. Stephen McBee Jr. explains why he didn't take sides in Calah and Cole's fight. Even though Cole was defending his brother from Calah's comments about the McBee's privileged life, Stephen said that he didn't want his ex to feel like it was her against everyone in the family. "I wanted to make sure that I was still being fair to her," he continued, crediting Mom Christy McBee with also trying to see her perspective. "As much as I think Calah just really went in on me here, and Cole's just defending me, I'm not gonna just hop on Cole's side here and just bash Calah." Jesse, for his part, weighed in with his opinion on how Stephen has navigated his on and off relationship with Calah, especially as both he and Christy offered to help her secure a new Dallas apartment post-split. "I think, even after you guys broke up, that you still wanted to be there for her," Jesse shared. "If it was anybody else, they'd be super grateful for the fact that you were still willing to go out of your way to help, even after the breakup. And I think that's where Stephen feels just a need to kind of help her out in any way that he can, and why he's still the way he is with her and tries to support her and defend her in any way that he can." Inside Calah Jackson and Cole McBee's fight. By the time Calah and Cole returned to the vacation home for the evening, Stephen Jr. observed that both were drunk, and the day was turning into a mess. That became particularly apparent when their dockside conversation about the McBee's privilege took a left turn. Scoffing at Cole's suggestion that Stephen had it hard in life, Calah pointed out that if she doesn't do his laundry for him, he'll text his mom to handle it. "You guys have all had it very f***ing easy," she added as Stephen stood back and just listened to the whole thing play out. Cole, meanwhile, took issue with her statement, insisting that hard-working Stephen had dealt with more in his life than anybody's ever dreamed of dealing with at his age, to which Calah clapped back that she didn't get a condo and a house handed to her though. "Not so," said Cole, who alleged that she got a free apartment out of their relationship, in addition to Christy paying for her next Dallas apartment. Calah claimed that he didn't know what he was talking about. From there, Cole, "If you knew what you were talking about, you would be loving him, and you wouldn't be getting sent back to f***ing Dallas," Cole fumed, before exiting the conversation. "So the fact that you try to take away from Stephen and the fact that you talks on him all the time pisses me the f*** off. You wouldn't be anywhere without him." Why Calah Jackson felt Stephen McBee Jr. didn't support her. When Cole returned to the house to continue venting to the rest of his family, Calah turned to ask Stephen what she said to make him explode like that, prompting her ex to respond, "I ain't gonna f***ing stick up for ya." He continued, "You're talking shit to me. What do you expect me to do? Stick up for you when you're trying to, like, throw me under the bus nonstop?" As Calah put it in a confessional, "I've continuously been put in these situations where it's me against everyone else, and I haven't done anything wrong. I should have known that Stephen would not have my back if something were to go south. After she pointed out to Stephen Jr. that she's never lied to him or asked him for money over the past 2 years, he responded by saying that he wasn't gonna stoop to this level or engage with her any further. As he walked back to the house, Calah further accused him of not having morals or values to back up his argument. Once she was also back inside, Calah attempted to address the argument with Cole, but both Christy and Stephen Jr. put a stop to the back and forth. Stephen Jr. even literally dragged Calah's chair across the kitchen, imploring her to go downstairs for the night and cool off. So that's fair? The truth will kin come out, Stephen, and you're gonna kin be buried for thises. She told her ex amid a then ongoing FBI investigation into his family's business, later adding in a confessional, I have so much tea on this family. If I wanted to, I could bury them. Trust me, there are secrets that they would not want to come out, although there might be one coming out pretty soon. Stephen Jr., for his part, said that Calah was trying to threaten him, before calling her immature and accusing her of trying to make things as bad as humanly possible with his family. That's when she decided to change her clothes, pack her bags, and leave the Ozarks in an Uber. Calah Jackson, a whirlwind of vibrant defiance and raw emotion, had been an unpredictable variable in the complex McBee equation. Stephen, ever the optimist, had felt pretty confident inviting his ex-girlfriend, despite the simmering tensions she shared with various family members. He believed in fairness, in seeing all sides. His mother, Christy, echoed this sentiment, a beacon of reason in the stormy seas of McBee family dynamics. But fairness, Stephen was learning, was a luxury rarely afforded in the crucible of heated argument. The first tremors of the seismic event had started innocently enough, a dockside chat about privilege, a favorite McBee family topic of contention. Cole, Stephen's older brother, a man who saw the world in stark black and white, had been defending Stephen's hard life, a concept that made Calah scoff. You guys have all had it remarkably easy, she'd bitten out, her voice laced with an edge that promised trouble. Stephen had stood back, a silent observer, hoping the storm would pass as quickly as it had gathered. But with Cole and Calah, there was no walking away. They're gonna stay there and, yeah, it's gonna go nuclear in a minute, Stephen had predicted to himself, and a minute later, it did. Calah's laundry comment, a playful jab at Cole's reliance on his mother, had ignited the fuse. Cole, fueled by a protective instinct for his brother, had retaliated, accusing Calah of getting a free apartment, and Christy paying for her next Dallas dwelling. The air crackled with unspoken grievances, years of resentments bubbling to the surface. If you knew what you were talking about, you would be loving him, and you wouldn't be getting sent back to Dallas, Cole had fumed, his face flushed with anger. So the fact that you try to take away from Stephen and the fact that you speak ill of him all the time angers me deeply. You wouldn't be anywhere without him. He'd stormed off, leaving Calah in the sudden, echoing silence, her eyes fixed on Stephen. What did I say to make him explode like that? Her voice was small, vulnerable. Stephen, caught between the fire and the frying pan, felt the weight of her expectation, the unspoken plea for him to choose her side. But how could he, when her words felt like a direct assault on his own life, his family? I'm not going to defend you, he'd responded, the words tasting like ash in his mouth. You're criticizing me, what do you expect me to do? Stand up for you when you're trying to, throw me under the bus nonstop? In a confessional later, Calah would voice her frustration, a bitter lament of feeling perpetually against everyone else. I should have known that Stephen would not have my back if something were to go south. Her accusations escalated, a desperate attempt to wound him as she felt wounded. You're not gonna stoop to this level, he countered, walking away, hoping to douse the flames with distance. But Calah, emboldened by perceived betrayal, had chased him, her voice rising, accusing him of lacking morals or values. The scene had moved indoors, the grand kitchen becoming a stage for their unraveling drama. Calah, still simmering, tried to address the argument with Cole. Christy, ever the peacemaker, and Stephen, desperate for calm, had intervened. Stephen, in a move that would forever be etched in Calah's memory, had physically dragged her chair across the kitchen floor, a futile attempt to separate the warring factions. "Go downstairs for the night and cool off," he pleaded, his voice strained. "So that's fair. The truth will come out, Stephen, and you're going to be buried for this situation," she hissed, her voice low and venomous, a chilling reference to the ongoing FBI investigation into the McBee family's business. In a later confessional, she doubled down, a clear threat hanging in the air. "I have so much tea on this family. If I wanted to, I could bury them. Trust me, there are secrets that they would not want to come out, although there might be one coming out pretty soon."